Hey, y'all. We have the terrible, terrible tragedies that happened all this week, finding people in Mississippi, but we're talking about the Mississippi people. Okay. Cory Zucatus, Trey Reed. It's a tragedy. We don't know too much about Cory Zucatus. We just know he's a homeless guy who was found hanged in Mississippi. Tragedy, we don't know. He didn't hang himself. So they're still looking and investigating what's going on with this man. They don't think he hung himself. So there's issues going on with that young man. And I'll say maybe it might be similar people or same people or whatever. We don't know. But he was found in a wooded area not far from where he slept, and he was hanged in that particular area. And they don't have too many details beyond that. And we don't want to dox a family member or anything like that. But we hope to find the family, hope to get in touch with the family so that, next of kin can be notified about the death of this young man. Well, he wasn't that young, but he was young enough, right? So we look for the people to get in touch and find his family and see what was going on with Cory's death. We also have this young man, Demartravion Trey Reed, who also was found hung in Mississippi. What's going on with Mississippi? But most people know what goes on in Mississippi, though I'm sure that they have sundown towns and things like that. And I just wanted to, put some light on these particular people, Cory and Trey's life, because they deserve, recognition for what is going on with them. And just let me play a little clip of what is going on. Trey is a little bit different from Cory in that we wouldn't think that it would be maybe race related. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what the hell is going on with Mississippi, as a matter of fact. Why do I give me a minute? Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull it up. It's not letting me. Hold on. What do we know? Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. Mm. Sorry, y'all. Mm, 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 mm.
That no foul play was involved, or is there more to Trey Reed's story than we're being told? A black person committing suicide by hanging from a tree is the equivalent of a Jewish person committing suicide by gas chamber. Stop it. That man from Mississippi was found dead after calling his mother and telling him that he was being chased by white men in trucks who are hurling racial slurs at him. The police said that there's no reason to suspect foul play. If you want an example of what systemic racism is, because not only were these white men in trucks feeling emboldened enough to chase him and brutalize and murder him, but the police felt as though there was no reason to investigate this because they thought nobody would care about him. He was 25 years old and went missing on October 2nd. The police didn't even bother looking for his body. I don't even feel comfortable going into the details of how badly he was brutalized, but you should know that his body was not found in one piece. He was a welder from Fayette, Mississippi, who was working about 100 miles away working a short-term contracting gig. And he was trying to save up money to reopen his seafood restaurant, which closed during the pandemic, which he had named after his 7-year-old daughter. America is broken. Policing in America is broken.
I'll leave it to Mississippi to go ahead and just fuck up Trey Reed's, passing in his investigation, because it's insane. I just saw a thing from Aaron saying that the Mississippi Free Press is reporting that Trey Reed's family has now obtained a lawyer and they want a separate investigation. They told the family, the police did, that he passed away in his dorm room and not from how he actually passed. And they are saying that the media and the press knew more about his passing and what was happening in the investigation, what was actually happening, than they did. And so they are wanting a separate investigation. They want to know what the fuck is happening. They want to know how he passed. They want to know why. They want to know all the things that I guess Mississippi is not even looking into. Like, what the fuck? So what do y'all think? Like, did they, like, is any more information come out about this? Because I literally have not seen nothing. Like, I've seen a couple of the people for, like, students and stuff, but I've seen actually no actual information. They just keep saying nothing.
We have some major news about Trey Reed, the 21-year-old man found hanging from a tree in Mississippi. According to the Mississippi Free Press, the family of Reed is now demanding an independent autopsy. They're even reporting that the police told them Reed was found dead in his dorm room, not found dead hanging from a tree on campus at Delta State. Vanessa Jones is the attorney for Trey Reed's family. She told a press conference, and according to the Mississippi Free Press, that the family does not know exactly what happened to Reed on the 15th. That at approximately at 9:15 a.m., the Grenada County Sheriff's Department informed the family that Reed had been found dead in his dorm room in his bed. They then learned from the media, essentially, that he was found actually hanging from a tree. And the media seemed to know about his death before the family. They're demanding an independent investigation. This is a story that needs to be front and center right now. Keep spreading the word, keep sharing, and follow along for more. I'll have more updates very soon.
We have Charlie Kirk's situation right now. Let's go down to Mississippi. The name Trayvon Reed needs to ring all over the United States right now. 1, that is my cousin. 2, this is the second incident that has occurred within the last 5 years at this campus. Delta State University has had a run-in with me and their police. They tried to lock me up for no reason, and it didn't succeed in their favor. I went on a 9-month probation, and that's it. This year, just today, it was reported that my cousin was found hanging from a tree, and they trying to rule it as a suicide. Now, I just got off the phone with one of my cousins. She said she seen the reports, and it said that he was beaten and bruised. Both his arms were broken, and he had a broken leg. I'm gonna let y'all do the math. Now, this school has history for being racist. Even going all the way back to the 1980 situation that happened with the sit-in. I love to refer to that situation because that was one of the significant situations that happened with one of the Black revolts that happened at this school.
He's saying it's two different incidents. He was in an incident. He was involved in an incident, and then his cousin is involved in the incident.
But still, I'm trying to be composed in this video, and I'm trying to keep it all together. But it's a lot of shit that happens on that campus that don't nobody do shit about. It was incidents before my big incident happened, and then I reported that nobody did nothing about. Somebody tried to report me for a hate crime, and they was the one being homophobic, transphobic, and being racist. And they was trying to lock me up until I had multiple people come out and speak against him. There was an incident that I reported that it was a group of white students in a white truck while I was a freshman. They yelled at me and my friends and called us a bunch of monkeys. Please do a deep dive on this. Please, 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 please do your research on this. Do not let them sweep nothing else under the rug. Enough is enough. It is 2025, and bullshit after bullshit after bullshit is still getting fed to us. Enough is enough. We gotta wrap it up.
Where's the outrage from the media, politicians, literally anyone about Trey Reed, a Black man who was lynched by white supremacists on a Mississippi college campus? And the police immediately said that it was a suicide? Because, Black people just have a natural propensity to hang themselves from trees. Those weren't racial terror lynchings by the KKK from the Reconstruction era through Jim Crow. It was just an epidemic of public suicides. And we can't ignore the fact that this happened shortly after the Charlie Kirk shooting, when HBCUs had to shut down and go on lockdown because of threats, even though it was a fascist groyper white dude who killed Charlie Kirk. The media, politicians, the entire far right, and liberal influencers and politicians who bought into this hysteria around Charlie Kirk are directly responsible for Trey Reed's death. And unfortunately, this is just the beginning of a new era of far-right terror.
There have been 2 bodies found in trees, both in the state of Mississippi. 2 bodies found in trees in the state of Mississippi. Let me remind you, the suspect in custody for unaliving CK. Why are you going after people? All day today, I have received messages that it's not always about race. All day today, that is all I have been seeing.
If you were so loud about Charlie Kirk, you better also be very loud about Trey Reed and Cory Zucatus, a black man and a homeless man that were found hanging in trees in Mississippi. And both cases happened within 24 hours of each other. Since you want to start speaking up about people who've been killed senselessly, let's keep the same energy. Let's keep it up. Let's keep posting things. Let's keep talking about it. Because what do you mean people are still being lynched in 2025? And of course, in these cases, everything is always ruled out as a suicide. We all know that that's not fucking true. It's really interesting to see how many people just don't give a fuck when it's a homeless person and a black person, but God forbid a rich white man gets taken out. And not only taken out, but taken out by something that he advocated for, gun violence. But he only ever said that with the false confidence that it would never happen to him. Trey and Cory deserve to be on major news outlets. They deserve to be respected, and they deserve to have their story talked about. But I don't see anything about flags being half-mast for them. This was a comment that I found underneath a video about Trey's murder. You people are literally disgusting. Trey and Cory deserve justice, and they deserve to have their story spoken about. So please share any videos or anything that you see about these 2.
All right, guys.
My whole thing is this. There's inconsistencies in the story. They were told that he died in his bed. The government is covering up what happened in these 2 hangings. The government is covering up the things that happened to Charlie Kirk's accused murderer. They're covering up a lot of things this week. I don't understand what's going on, but people, you need to be vigilant. We need to start researching. We need to keep our hands in the pies of this stuff. If you guys seen those you seen those messages from Charlie Kirk's murderer, those text messages, they don't even sound right.
All right, guys, we already heard about Trey Reed over at Delta State University that was hanging from a tree. Now we have another one that happened at around 1:30 this afternoon, and his name was Cory Zucatus. And this happened in Vicksburg, Mississippi. And they said that at around 1:30 p.m., officers with the Vicksburg Police Department received a call. And when they arrived, Cory, he was hanging from a wooded area in the 4100 block of Washington Street. And this was near the Ameristar Casino. I did a little bit more digging and saw Cory is originally from Deltona, Florida. And he's living with, I think, his stepfather.
Y'all don't believe them texts, do you? You don't believe them texts. I don't believe them texts.
In Brandon. Cory was homeless in that area. This is being treated as a death investigation. And I'm telling you now, these are not...
It's 2. It's this white boy, and then it's that Trey. Okay? It's the white boy here, and then it's Trey. And then there was some before. There's been some all throughout the years that they couldn't explain why they was caught hanging. They're going to touch on it.
Okay, these are not random. These right here seem like they're targeted. People actually did this to somebody. That's how I feel because, the milk stinks and the water stinks. And I saw the other picture that was being passed around, and I was like, wait a minute, I covered that story because he was unalive by some people who he thought was his friends. I covered that maybe almost a month ago. But look, it's time to keep our heads on swivel, you guys. And it don't matter who you are. It don't matter what color you are. Man, that dark cloud is going around and it's getting people. Hopefully they find out what happened to Cory and they find out what happened to Trey. because both of them right there, the milk stinks and the water stinks. And we want to get justice for both of them.
They found 2 bodies on Monday. They found 2 people hanging in Mississippi on Monday. They have no clue how they became it. They have no clue. I mean, there's rumors, racially motivated. You never know. The coroner is saying there's no evidence, no confirmed evidence of foul play, nor has a determination of suicide been made. So they don't know what's going on in the state of Mississippi. That's what they got all these people spooked there.
His name is Trey Reed. But to be real, his circumstances are giving more Raynard Jackson, Nick Nagler, Roy Veal, or Javion McGee, each of them black men who were found hanging from trees where the official reports ruled out foul play. But with a history like ours in America, we know better than to let our personal investigation stop at what the report may say. Trey Reed was found hanging in the middle of Delta State University.
Yeah, they hung a white boy and a black boy. They hung both of them on the same day.
In Cleveland, Mississippi. And after reading the initial headline, a whole lot ain't sit right with me. Now, according to the Equal Justice Initiative, Mississippi has had at least 656 reported lynchings. Almost like every black body had a bounty. And there have been at least 13 reported lynchings in Bolivar County alone. There is a well-documented history of racial violence in the area. And if you add on the current climate that we're in the latest unrest and hysteria, to me, it just shows this is the same old America. Anyone who knows our history can understand why we've met reports like Trey Reed's with uncertainty or just called out the absurdities. The timing of Trey's death is literally amplified even more since threats of violence were literally made to historically black colleges and universities just the other day. And some might say it's a stretch, but to put things quite bluntly, given America's bloodlust, I don't put a damn thing past any of the states that make up this country. Within the last 20 years, there have been too many instances of black people losing their lives like this, and there have been too many similarities. We're living in trying times, so we need solidarity. We need to protect one another by any means necessary in the midst of this political polarity. So I pray justice for Trey Reed and peace for his friends and family, and that this investigation has plenty of transparency and brings a whole lot of clarity.
Well. Reed's death, Trey Reed's, we could probably put aside Cory's death. Maybe just somebody out having some bogus time and just decide they were gonna hang somebody. But Trey Reed's death has made everybody look at Mississippi way sideways, especially with the belief that it might be tied to Charlie Kirk's situation in some kind of act of revenge. That possibility makes it even more dangerous because it sets the stage for more back and forth. Let them find out that was true, that boy had a broken leg and 2 arms, and he had a whole bunch of bruises over his body, which means somebody actually ended that boy's life. We have to be real about this right here. We have to be real about this. Okay? We got to be real. If we don't step in and stop this shit right now, it's just going to get worse. What started as one tragedy with Charlie is going to spread to many more in our community, with us innocent people paying the price. For black people, Trey's death feels like another reminder that we're constantly caught in the middle of some bullshit, in the middle of battles and fights that we didn't even start. The thought that there's retaliation being tied to his death makes it clear that the violence is not random. It's political, it's racial, it's strategic. And if we don't shut this down right now, it's going to get out of control. It's going to spiral out of control. Every time we lose another brother, another mother is going to grieve, a sister is going to grieve, a family is torn apart. and the community is going to be broken, specifically in Mississippi when they got a history of hanging folks. We can't heal by fighting that fire. The fire. Revenge is not going to bring Charlie back. Revenge is not going to bring Trey back. And it's just not going, it's not paying justice to their life at all. What it does is fuel the same hate and division that has already cost us a whole bunch, specifically in Mississippi. Stopping that violence means taking a step back. We got to take a step back. We got to stop this and refuse to be pulled into this. Why? My whole question is this. Why is black people, why did we get pulled into this? This was a white on white crime. Okay. I'm choosing to live. I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing not to get involved with this fight. I don't want to get involved with this fight. I don't want no destruction to happen. We got to protect ourselves. Okay. Moving this forward, we got to do something different. We need our leaders, whether it's in the church, politics, community, whatever, to step up and say, this is unacceptable. We need to have safe spaces that we can go and talk to people. Now they're attacking free speech. We also need to stand together and make it clear that no one's death will be used to fuel other deaths. We have to protect everybody's life. That means demanding that our lawmakers do something about this. If you want to really honor Trey Reed, you really want to honor Charlie Cook, we have to break that cycle of violence right now. Let these deaths be the last that it happens regarding this hot climate that we have. Okay. We don't need to start another one. We can't afford no race war. Everybody loses. We can't wait till things get out of hand, because then it'll be too late. The time to stop the violence is right now, right now. That's why we got to talk to our representatives, talk to the president, talk to people that we know. If people keep talking, talk online, post online, let people know. We're not trying to have no race war. We're not trying to fight with nobody. We're not trying to have this craziness that goes on. We ain't trying to do all that. We got two people. We got Trey Reed and we got Cory Zucatus. Both died on Monday. They were hanged. They didn't hang themselves. Somebody hung those people. Trey's was near a pickleball court on the DSU's campus. The young man earlier said this has happened, Delta State University. This has happened before. Okay. They said this has happened before. Okay. They said there's no evidence of physical assault. Then how is it that people got the idea, 2-3 separate people got the idea that that he was found in bed, or he was found in the dorm, or they told the family that he was found in the dorm, and then later on told the family he was hung? How did they change or make up that discrepancy? Okay. So now they asking for an independent autopsy. We want somebody independent of you guys to talk to us about what's going on. Okay. First he was found in his bed, then he was found hung. Okay. And the coroner said he didn't find no broken legs and no broken arms. Don't tell me y'all don't know people who lie. Or people who or coroners and official people who lie about shit like that. People lie all the time. People lie all the time. Officials lie all the time. Because we know that they're lying most of the time when this happens. We have to be vigilant about these two young men. We have to continue to put pressure on social media, everywhere. We keep naming these people. We keep mentioning this person. This person should have. What happened to these two men? All in the same night, these two people get hung on the same day. They don't make no sense that both people on the same day end up hung. And that should not have happened. It should never have happened. But how do we do anything about it? What do we do? Okay. What do we do? Do we say, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to let Trey, life be ended. And we ain't going to say nothing about it. We ain't going to have nothing to say. We're just going to let it be what it is. The phone lines are open already. Hello, thank you to Healism for $4.99. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The phone lines are open. Anonymous caller ID. Okay, yeah, the phone lines are open if you want to call in. If you want to call in and you say something. If anybody wants to come on the panel, which one y'all want to do? Be on the phone or be on the panel? It can be one or the other. It doesn't matter. Anybody have any more information about Trey? Anybody have any more information about what's going on with him and his what's going on with his life? Anybody find out any more news? Anything? Because I don't know anything new. I only know what the news has told me, but it don't sound right. Whatever it is, it don't sound right. Okay? Because the young man, most people, oh, okay, that's fine. You can call on the phone. It won't let me call on the phone. But most people know that you don't hang. Most people don't hang themselves. They just don't. That's not something people do. They don't like doing that. No, we talking about the two guys that got hung in Mississippi on Monday. They got hung in Mississippi. They found their bodies. It's foul play when it comes to both of them. They were hung. A black guy and a white guy. All within a couple of hours of each other. And they have no clue how they got there, what the motive is. They don't know nothing. To them, they don't know nothing.
Call from
Gary.
I
to
think
accept, press 1.
I think it may be racially motivated. One was at school and one was not. Hey, Jerry.
Hey, what's up, Queen?
What's happening?
4 days with you.
What do you have on the subject? Do you know anything about the subject?
No, a little bit. Like, okay, like, that's crazy. Like, a white boy got hung, and then a black man got hung. And you're looking at, like, to me, that goes with the PSYOP question from yesterday. And, like, goy figures are the worst. I'm not going to put it past them because Nick Fuentes is a big upcoming thing, and he's just like that.
Wait a minute. Explain the goy. Explain who they are. What are these goy?
All right, what they are is too far right. They are like, fuck the Jews, fuck any race, white nationality. I mean, just look them up. Like, he says it all the time.
They were extreme right. They were on the extreme right, and they were. I heard that they were angry with Charlie Kirk because he wasn't far right enough, and so they were alt right.
Yeah, you know why? You know why? Because like they hate Kenneth Owens, they hate Ben Shapiro, they hate Charlie Kirk because they're for the Jews, and they can't stand no shit like that. And if they hate the Jews, they're gonna hate you too. You see what I'm saying? So it could be, and they have an uptick. It could have been like that type of posse. And then my thing is, as far as a white boy being hung, and coming from a white boy from Cleveland, like, I have a lot of, I'm not going to say the black friends things, like y'all want to say, oh, he got black friends, he think he cool. Nah, I have a lot of cultural friends, right?
Right.
And, like, I'm just like them. Like, you can tell how I talk. I don't wake up and, like, want to talk like this. I'm from the hood.
Right.
Like, so, and that white boy looking at his pic, he remind me of a little bit of me just by looking at the pic. Like, he's probably just like me.
Right.
So
He was from Mississippi, so I mean, just doing his own thing.
doing his own thing, loving the culture, because I love black culture. Like, I did rap music for the longest. I love rap. I fucking love black culture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you looking at, like, yeah, it takes someone easy like me to hang too, just to cover up bases. What if they're more like a psyop and more orchestrated than what we think?
I think I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean orchestrated? What do you mean? Say it again.
Like, think about it. If you want to prove your point, and if you want to prove your point,
start a race war.
Yeah, why not? That's what Nick Fuentes talks about. Like, that's what they're about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're about that shit. Like, let's start civil war, and let's see what happens.
You think that would be?
Why did two people get hung at the same day? The same day. And it had to be black and white. Now they're playing games with us.
Right. Right.
Hey, Q, can you hear me?
Together. They're just like, nah, let's start this division.
Yeah. Hold on a moment, Jerry. Yeah, Ty Pro, what did you have to say about that?
What's going on? Good evening. And it's so I do partially agree with Jerry, but I want to say this.
You sort of agree with
Jerry.
2020.
I kind of agree with Jerry, but am I breaking up?
No. I'm just repeating what you say so Jerry can hear it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. He can't hear me talk.
Repeat it.
Okay.
Right.
He can't hear me talk. Okay. So look, this is the thing, right? In 2025, we got like Twitter Spaces, we got people that's on Rumble.
I mean, think about this, because I'm for the culture.
Hold on, Jerry. Hold on.
All right, I will.
Keep going.
So in 20.
All right, if I'm for the culture, because I am, like.
Hold on, Jerry. Hold on, Jerry. Hold on.
Oh, all right. My bad.
Okay. Go, Ty.
In 2025, we got spaces like Rumble. We got people on Twitter Spaces. We got all these alt-right, white supremacist, neo-Nazi groups talking about how they want to make the country all white and take over the country and all of this type of stuff today. And I think that the rest of the country, people like Jerry, people, who not aware of this type of stuff, is now seeing that there is such a big population of white people who have these hateful mindsets.
Hold on. Jerry,
you.
Hold on. Yeah. Jerry, drop down so you can hear what he got to say. Because he's addressing to you.
I can't. Like, if I do, then it only brings up my phone call.
No, I'm saying
tell him just call back.
Phone call and then just call back so you can listen to what he's saying.
All right, bet. I will.
Okay. Okay, now Ty, go. What were you saying?
Okay. For sure. I'll repeat myself. So like I was saying, in 2025, we got platforms like Rumble and Twitter Spaces where a lot of these Nick Fuentes, Myron Gaines, alt-right, neo-Nazi people get together and they talk about how they want to make America a white country, and they just have these hate groups that exist online, and the rest of the world is now being, the rest of the country is being more exposed to this ideology that it is so many hate groups that exist of these white men. But me and you both know from a long time that these mindsets and groups always existed. Even that Spike Lee movie with Ice Cube at the college.
Yeah.
We not new to this. And so right now in this moment, everything is made to look like, oh, it's political, it's a setup, these people on the right trying to do this. But no matter what, hateful white people have always found a way to deliver their hate to the black group. No matter who it is that's making them mad, they deliver that hate onto the black population. And Mississippi have a long history from just the last 20 years of people, young black dudes in high school and college going missing, getting beat up, getting drowned. You know what I'm saying? Like that brother was alluding to, is like 500 cases of unsolved lynchings. There's so many sundown towns in Texas, Mississippi, and a lot of these, Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina,
They
these
all over. They all
they're
over.
all over. Like that truck driver that was getting harassed a couple months ago. You know what I mean? Like this ideology and mindset of white people and hate is not new. And we've been talking about this, but we're always told that we're some type of blame the white man. We just blame the white man. But
No,
you
like we're a
guys,
victim, like it's like we a victim, or we have a victim mentality and that kind of,
yeah.
like we don't,
But
like it's not
but
real.
like we've been fighting ghosts this whole time, and you starting to see people like Nick Fuentes is not new. It's just that he has a platform that's new, so more people can hear him. We are used to hateful people speaking hate on us. It's not like racism took a break and now it's come back. It's not like racism stopped in the 40s and now it just came back in the 2020s. This
Right,
shit never left. So when
right.
we're talking about the police that police our communities, when we're talking about the people that's in charge of all these type of decisions that we got to make to have a better life, we this is not nothing new. You know what I'm saying? So I really hope people that are, the Jerrys and the reasonable white people are really trying to listen to black people, because the economy, the government, the everything that you guys have been complaining about for the last 10 years, we've been dealing with forever. So instead of having these debates and always calling us a victim and always trying to tell us we trying to just blame, you should just really listen. It's more important now than ever to have a black friend.
It's important now. My whole thing is this. It's like you can hear, it's like palatable. The I don't know whether it's called hate. What is it called? What is it called?
What?
It's like I was on a panel yesterday and a guy was saying, no, it's political. It's all political. Young black guy. I was like, it's never been political. It's always been about race. It's been 90% race, 5% political. And I explained to him, I was like, we don't hate white people. That's not the problem. That's not the issue. And he's like, nah, it's political. And I was saying, but they don't see it as that. They see it as though we are savages at the gate trying to get at them and hurt them. And that's not what we want to do. We don't want to do that at all.
We don't
And
even
yet,
have a history of that. We have
yes,
no history of ever doing that.
right.
We have no history of ever, even when we had attacks on our people, even when Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and the Black Panthers were being deleted, even when the Black Panthers movements to help our people, and we were fighting against the police and fighting against the National Guard. We never woke up and said, we got guns, we about to just kill random white people. We never, no matter what stage in history, no matter how much we were dealing with, our retaliation was never to lash
Yeah,
out on innocent white people. The most
right.
we ever did was tear up property, because we understand, you know what I'm saying? We understand that's better than hanging white people from a tree. We're gonna
Right.
burn this Walgreens down, but we're not gonna just hurt innocent white people because we have a problem with the
Right.
system. We know that it's not all people. We know that
We
it's,
know it's not all
since
white
I,
people. We do. We know it's not
yeah.
all white people. We know that.
And
It's
they
just
and you and
powerful white people. It's the powerful white people that's messing up
it's some
everybody's.
hateful,
Yeah.
and they get lost because now, like you said, everything is political, and it's all political. It's the little hats, man. It's the little hats. It's the Congress. They don't want us to. the government want us to fight each other. That sounds good, but the government and the small hats is not who hung Trey Reed from a tree. The government and the small hats is not who delete innocent black men in the streets. The small hats and the government didn't delete Tamir Rice, a young child that was just playing with his toys. Trayvon Martin, they it's not the government, it's the people with us, our neighbors that's in neighboring cities that's hateful. You know what I'm saying? And no more people no more people that's in your family.
Right. I was listening to this guy on TikTok thing. Somebody gave it to me. I scrolled or whatever, and he was like, "Just give us the word, Mr. President. Give us the word, and we'll clean up these neighborhoods." What does that mean? What does that mean?
It's real scary how Trump is trying to weaponize the National Guard to be like a new police force in the hoods, and that coupled with people saying false narratives about black crime is what gives an excuse for him to be able to do that. And come on now, if the National Guard marches into communities, everybody aren't criminals in the hood. It's just people who, that are innocent, that work hard, and that's just trying to live. There's going to be innocent casualties. Everybody not just young gangbangers running around making the neighborhoods dangerous. I live in Detroit, once considered the murder capital of the country, murder midden, dirty glove. Born and raised in Detroit. It's not like that. I used to live in Chicago. I've lived in Houston. I lived in LA. It's not like that. And when you not from these communities and all you do is listening to talking heads and the news and propaganda, you get this image of Chirac is just a war zone and there's IEDs and proximity mines and they're just killing everyone. It's not like that. Criminals do crime for the most part of the criminals. Nobody's running around usually murdering little old ladies that's at the grocery store. People are selling drugs and stealing cars and waging war on each other, other criminals. And in Detroit, we got organizations that handle that type of stuff. If anything, like a little kid get killed at the park, we got an organization called New Era Detroit that as soon as that happened, they basically put out a wanted poster for anybody with any information on who just deleted a little kid at the park, and they gonna go handle him. You gonna disappear somewhere because you know what I'm saying. But if you call it, I feel like Trump is weaponizing the National Guard to do exactly what you're saying, and it goes and it's like it's almost hand in hand when you got somebody that's lying about the statistics of crime on black people. Oh yeah, we're gonna bring the National Guard to just wipe everybody out. Like that's
wild. Jerry, let Jerry up so Jerry can talk.
For sure. I'm out there.
Call up, Jerry. Call up. Yeah.
Well, I can actually hear him. Yeah, I can actually hear him. So
yeah, you can hear him. He can't hear us. He can't hear you.
Sure.
He can't hear you. Okay.
I'm gonna mute up though.
Okay. So as soon as he called, but my whole thing is this: these two boys, these two dudes in Mississippi. What are the chances of two men getting murked on the same day? Okay. What are the chances?
Call from
Jerry.
Okay. Jerry, you here? We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm here. All right, Queen. Here's why I was bringing up why I think that white boy was like a what do you call that? Cannon fire, right? Because here's why. Because people like me, right? I was raised in Ocala, Florida. Ocala don't play, right? I was in a house full of Puerto Rican and black people. Those are my family. I would give the names. Mike Bonanado, Luz Bonanado, like I was with these, right? They told me, don't go out by yourself. Like, go out with us. They didn't listen one night, right? Got robbed at gunpoint, stripped to my boxers. Right? This is where like racism goes deeper than just white and black. It goes to where like it's a culture thing. And I always agree it's a culture thing, right? I got robbed down to my fucking boxers, like 357 in my mouth, and never pulled the trigger, beat the shit out of me, but never pulled the trigger. Thank God they didn't. I got 4 kids after that. Thank God they didn't. Like, but it just showed me, like, okay, it's aggressive out here. You see what I'm saying? And that white boy, looking at that white boy's picture, he's probably just like me. And you know how easy it is to hang that type of white boy? And then, because think about it, the Goifers, the system, anybody right would hang someone like me. They hang the fuck out of me. They would call me all kinds of racial slurs, lover, and everything else, right? But they didn't do it. Like, I think that was cannon fire. I think he was cannon fire. And I think they're starting shit.
Right.
And I think there's, once again, more division.
Right.
Because what's the odds of a white boy and a black boy being hung on the same day?
That's what I said. I said, what are the odds? You hear about them every once in a while. You don't never hear about no 2 in one day. I mean, in the chat, they said it could be a coincidence. We never know. But 2 of them, 2 people.
The same people did both of those. There's no
and guess what? Me and my peoples rode around with a shotgun in the front seat on our laps. Thank God we never found them, because I'd be in prison. But we never found them.
Because he was the one boy. He was in the middle of the school square. In the middle of a school square.
Right.
Like,
right.
He was like there for display.
Probably against their side.
Wow. And his leg was broke, and both his arms was broke.
Both of them need the same consideration.
Yes. And it got overshadowed because of the Charlie Kirk thing. I mean, the Charlie Kirk thing keeps bringing more revelation after revelation after revelation. That dude, just for the record, that dude who shot Charlie was in the wind. They would never have caught that boy. Okay, because he was gone. Only thing you saw was a picture of him jumping off the roof. That's as good as you got. It was only after they thought about.
Well, you got the Discord comments. You got him admitting to his family. You got him admitting to his boyfriend, who they all gave him up.
Yeah, but look at this.
White people fix the worst.
Did y'all look at them text messages? Did y'all look
at Discord?
Did y'all look at them text messages that he gave to his friend? Did you look at them?
Yeah, I seen them. That looks so fake.
They don't look like no.
That look like the fakest conversation I ever seen in my life. Because
they're making a racial divide.
He gave
what they're doing.
all the information.
Me and T.Y. to go out and have a beer together. They wouldn't want us to talk and be real together. Like, they wouldn't want that.
Hold on, Jerry. What's the name? Ty is talking. What'd you say, Ty?
Yeah, that was the fakest text message conversation I ever seen. He was just giving information, pointless information. Yeah. The way he was talking, your adrenaline would be pumping so hard in those moments of those text messages, HQ. You would not be talking. He said the location of the gun, so he confirmed it. It was fake. It just was fake. If you don't think them text messages was fake, you're the person that they were fake for. If you don't think them text messages were fake, you are the target audience for those fake messages.
I'm gonna play the videotape that tells me I should have known that it was fake. So stand down, Jerry, because I gotta kick you out in order to get this video up, okay?
No, that's cool. Yeah, do that.
I'm finna show
you. Let's power. Let's go.
I'm finna show you why the text messages, I don't think they real. Hold on. Let me. Don't know. Listen. Wait for the video. Hold on. I'm finna play it right now. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Drop off. Okay. Listen to this explanation for this for these text messages. Listen. Hold on. Just hold, because I when the person did it, I was like, what? Okay, here we go.
Kirk case, and suffice to say, it is getting weird. I mean,
y'all hear this? Y'all can hear this from Kyle?
it was already weird.
Listen.
But it's getting weirder. I think it's fair to say it's getting weirder. And that's not just me saying it. If you look on social media and see the reaction from across the political spectrum, people are going, really? Really? Okay, so let's go through it. The FBI, Kash Patel, they decided to release the correspondence, I guess, via text message between Tyler Robinson and his alleged lover. Now they say trans lover, but it's still not set in stone that that's actually the case. We only heard that from the MAGA mom. So, I've seen speculation that they are trans, they aren't trans, they're a furry or something like that, but that's neither here nor there. But let me walk you through this. So they release it, and here's what they say. Ready? After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right?" So allegedly, you have Robinson leaving a note under the keyboard or something. And on that note, he basically says, like, it was me. I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I wasn't going to pass up that opportunity. And so after reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson says, "I am still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Yet shouldn't be long until I can come home. But I got to grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you."
Yes.
The roommate says, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" Robinson says, "I am. I'm sorry." Roommate says, "I thought they caught the person." Robinson says, "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering."
He got all that damn detail. You see how weird that sound, Ty?
In a text, you confessing to everything in a text message. It cannot be anyone that stupid in 2025.
I know. All of this in a text message to your girlfriend, to your boyfriend, to whoever.
The furry.
Ain't no way this boy did this.
You and then says delete the messages, right, HQ? That's when I knew for a fact 100% that it was fake. Because any guy his age in 2025 know technology better than that. He's a younger guy. He in his 20s. He knows for a fact anything that he's texting anybody else, whether it's messages, Discord, whatever. Once you send that text, it don't matter about deleting the transcripts. No matter what happened, and if you do this crime, they're going to find you and they're going to search your phone. Right. And no matter what you deleted, they're going to be able to pull up. Right. The messages was fake for all these old people who on the right that don't know tech, that just still watch the news on TV. You know what I'm saying? It was for them people.
And it's the text messages got all the punctuation, commas, all that stuff in it. You know good and well when young people text, they don't be worried about no commas and no periods and all that other stuff. This is a obvious plant of what that boy put what they said the boy said. It's just too obvious.
Admitted to what he put on the bullets.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Roommate says, "Why? Why did I do it? Yeah. I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully, they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it." Roommate, "How long have you been planning this?" Robinson, "A bit over a week, I believe. I can't get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it." Robinson says,
it's too much detail. He's going into too much detail about what he was doing, when,
why he did it. The roommate, and then look, if the roommate just found out you just assassinated somebody,
right,
that high profile, you're not going to be texting that person that calmly. That might be a phone call.
Right. But it won't be this. He got commas, dots after words. Just know.
I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. I don't even know if it had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the fuck will I explain losing it to my old man? Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The fucking messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulge ooh woo on Fox News.
Right here is really when he really lost me about this being him who did this. He lost me on this because he got all the dots, he got the quotation marks, he got the periods, he got the commas, he got all of that stuff. No, most people that's 22 years old, young people, they don't even talk like this. They don't put this kind of stuff. They don't put this kind of stuff in text messages. When you hurrying up and texting, you ain't putting commas, periods, all that stuff in there. No, it wasn't. He only went for how long did he go?
Even it don't matter how nerdy and white he is, that make it even worse. They don't talk like that. They don't text like that, and you don't talk like that.
Right.
The roommate don't talk like that. If you're talking about an assassination you just committed, nobody is talking like that at all. You're gonna make a mistake. Your hand just that perfectly still. You're just that sociopathic. You are just that insane that you are not having any type of physical, mental reactions to assassinating somebody and facing. You might die while you send these text messages. So and then why would he confess? Okay, so even common sense. HQ, I just committed a crime. I'm finna text you everything about it.
No,
who do that?
You gonna get off the phone because that's a detail. That's a thing that you have to do with precision. It's text, and your brain is already scattered. Your brain is already shut down because you done killed another human being, and can't nothing else go through your mind but the fact that you done ended somebody's life.
You just killed somebody. You're hiding from the police. Your heart is racing. You have to figure out what are you going to do with you're literally on the run for assassination. One of the biggest assassinations that we've seen, like the most high profile. You're not even, you got to be a fucking hitman, a professional hitman to be that stoic in that situation.
Yeah, hold on. We got somebody. Hold on. Jerry. All right, Jerry.
We can't hear y'all, HQ.
You can't hear him? Oh shit. Hold on, Jerry. Hold on, Jerry. Hold on. I gotta put you on the screen. Hold on. I gotta put you in there. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Go ahead. Yeah, we can.
All right, no, we cannot go off grammar alone. All right, he was in college, scored high on the SATs. High, like 4.1 SAT type of shit.
Right.
Fucking stayed in his room, read books, played computer games, was in the furry community. We cannot go off grammar. And no, I'm sorry, like, white people are the worst to catch a case with. We dumb. We get caught, we just fucking confess. We confess our sins all the time. Like, no.
I already know that.
Alone. Like, why would he do that? Because he's stupid.
Yeah.
Why can't
hold
that?
on. Let me listen to this. Let me tell you this. Only reason why I said that is because he has everything in place the way that it was supposed to be written, the way it's supposed to be read.
Like a 4.1 student would, yes.
No, he has periods. He has dots. He has commas. He has all of those things. Just for a minute. Hold on. Just for a minute. Think about this. I just got done shooting somebody. How do I have the calm demeanor, the stoicism, in order for that not to affect me?
That's how you're used to writing.
But that's writing. But you mean to tell me it's not that death ain't gonna affect you?
That's just you used to writing. Like, I don't spell half my words right because I'm used to writing. It's the same exact concept.
And remember, he's doing this like on the run.
Yeah, on Discord, on the run. Like, but my writing don't change. How y'all can go off grammar only?
But you're saying that he had enough composure to put a sentence, a whole paragraph, a whole page of sentences together, but he's on Discord talking to people in the Discord. Like,
yeah, with proper writing because he's in college. Yeah, like the grammar don't mean shit. It don't.
I mean, it could be. I just don't buy it. I think somebody set him up.
It's not just the grammar.
He's caught. That boy did it.
Hold on. We're not saying he didn't do it. I'm not saying he didn't do it.
But they're blaming it.
Write paperwork. This paper.
They create motives.
I'm sure his lawyer did.
They're trying to create.
But my thing is on Discord. Yeah, proper grammar is a thing. Like they do it. Like that's. Yeah, he was that type. Play video games, love furries, like books. He was that type to use proper grammar. If anything, it just convicts him more. So like me would misspell like 20 words out of the fucking 30. Like he wasn't like that. That don't mean shit.
Okay, hold on. Let him finish. Hold on. Oh shit, you got to drop down because I can't put the video back on.
I will. All right, I'm dropping down.
What did you say? Ty Pro? Before I turn the video back on, what did you say? Ty Pro. Oh, okay. Well, then let me turn the video back on. Okay, so this is. He says he don't think so. He thinks. I mean, a lot of people think this is a joke.
I might have a stroke. All right, I'm gonna have to leave it. That really fucking sucks. It's kind of incredible that somebody who planned out a crime and basically got away with it. The only reason that this person was turned in is because their dad turned them in. If the dad didn't turn them in, they were basically gonzo. It was basically over, right? But that person who did this crime, got away with it, is in a text chain now going, call me the crimes man. I committed crimes. Here's exactly how I did it. Here's where I left the evidence. I think I got away with it. But sure, it was me. I did the crimey McCrimington. That's why they call me the crimes guy. Here's a detailed breakdown of how it went down and how I hid the evidence and what's going on moving forward. And other people have pointed out, too, my old man thing. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. My old man? Can we be serious here? That's not Gen Z lingo. Gen Z doesn't talk like that. He somehow knew everything, all the updates on the ground. Like, you knew that there was an old guy that was taken into custody. You knew about the guy with the pellet gun who was taken into custody. So as you're running for your life, you're also, somehow on social media checking all the updates? But I thought he didn't even have social media. We were told he didn't even have social media. All right, so what's he getting, like CNN alerts about the updates? As he's running for his life, he's checking every wrinkle in the case that comes in. A lot of this smells fishy. So, and that's, like I said, that's across the political spectrum you're getting this reaction. So first, let me give you this tweet. I try not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I have a really hard time believing in a short text exchange. The alleged shooter makes his confession, confirms location of the weapon, confirms the type of weapon, confirms it was wrapped in a towel, confirms his motive, exonerates the decoy, George Zinn, admits to the bullet engravings, confirms the wardrobe change, confirms how long he's been planning it, discloses the existence and location of a now destroyed pre-written confession note,
There's no way he wrote all of that or he was able to touch all of those points. He's running down the points that he had in this letter. These are the points that boy had in the letter. He's running those points down, saying, ain't no way.
And it matches
them points. Say it again.
Because that letter, that text message was to build on the narrative that they're trying to create. You don't think people don't like to believe stuff when it don't fit their narrative. Oh no, it's real. They gonna believe what they want to believe because they don't want to. It fits what they think happened. But when you get critical, see, HQ, me and you, we ain't got a dog in the race. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no left or no right. I ain't liberal or Democrat. I don't give a fuck if he was fucking trannies or if he wasn't. I don't care. I just look at it as white on white violence. Whether it's liberal on conservative or it's white on white violence.
Right.
But using my critical thinking skills, this look like some BS.
He said this is the list he's going down. He's going down a list of what points Ty hit in this confession letter or these confession texts. These are the points that Ty hit, which is he thinks is incredible for him to have done.
First, let me give you this tweet. I try not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I have a really hard time believing in a.
This is the right side. The right side saying they don't believe this. They don't believe his confession. This is the right commentator commenting on his text. This guy right here.
Text exchange. The alleged shooter makes his confession, confirms location of the weapon, confirms the type of weapon, confirms it was wrapped in a towel, confirms his motive, exonerates the decoy, George Zinn, admits to the bullet engravings, confirms the wardrobe change, confirms how long he's been planning it, discloses the existence and location of a now destroyed pre-written confession note, randomly tells his boyfriend that his dad is diehard MAGA, as if he wouldn't already know that given the nature of their relationship, and is worried about his dad/grandpa being upset if he doesn't come home with the rifle, not the fact that he just used it to commit a murder. Not to mention a 22-year-old terminally online Zoomer using phrases like squad car, drop point, swept the area, my vehicle, till I died of old age, my old man. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. So yeah, I forgot. I think there's a slightly longer, like they released a little longer than what I just read for you. And in that, they had the thing about like, he talks about how his dad is MAGA. Well, this person would know that. This person would already know that. Randomly tells his boyfriend that his dad is MAGA as if he wouldn't already know that. Okay. So that's one that I found interesting. Here's another one.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. This
was
is
a really good point.
Right. That's a real good breakdown. How the hell he know and he's able to use all of these words, put all this together. He had more than a week to plan and 36 hours after the crime. We don't have a timeline of events yet. That's true.
That's Look, what he just said about him saying his dad is MAGA, that probably was the biggest point to what he's saying, because
so why is he telling
if he's talking to a roommate that's his lover, that person has already known that. Right. And if you living with this person and this person is influencing you to be radicalized, they would already know you have the weapon. They would already know what type of time you're on.
Right.
Anyway, to me, it seems like, look, this little white boy that grew up conservative cannot be the guy who killed Kirk. We have to put a spin on this. All it is, Israel did a hit. Look, white people, y'all are putting a little bit too much stock on somebody who was just getting y'all to vote for Trump, okay? This man was not Jesus. He just hypnotized y'all. And Israel fucked with him because he supported Israel. So all of that, they put a hit out on him. I'm pretty sure they have way more high-profile people to be worried about than motherfucking Charlie Kirk, a racist YouTuber, okay? Y'all putting way too much stock into who that man was, and to thinking that another country put a hit out on him. No, this was a white, conservative, confused person. And look, white people shot up a fucking school that same day. So it's not that far-fetched that y'all just like shooting people in public areas. You know what I'm saying?
Listen to this. This is another I don't know whether it's a MAGA person or not. It's another person who sheds doubt on what this letter, these text messages. Listen.
Brooklyn Dad Defiant. This guy is like totally resistance liberal pilled. He says, I don't believe the text messages were written by Tyler Robinson for a second. I didn't know him personally, but I know that no 22-year-old writes text messages like this. This feels like that Steve Buscemi skateboard meme. How do you do, fellow kids? Yeah, that's another thing. I forgot to bring that point up, but when you look at a lot of these texts, he's sending fucking essays, bro. He's sending essays. First of all, that's rare to begin with. But second of all, especially if the person is younger, they're not sending fucking essays via text messages. And the other thing is, this is probably the biggest point in my mind. Guys, we're talking about Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. That's who we're talking about is running the FBI. I don't trust those motherfuckers. I don't trust them at all. We know all they care about is getting the fucking brownie points and the adoration from the MAGA blob on social media. And anything they can do to get that, they will do it. And so here they're trying to, hey, we got the guy, wrap it up. Oh, look at this. These text messages he sent. So I told you it's across the political spectrum. So you got people like Brooklyn Dad Defiant. He's a hardcore resistance liberal. And then you got Sloppy Steve. What's Sloppy Steve saying?
And as bad as it's presented in Utah, I'm not buying all of it. I'm particularly not buying those text messages. It just seems too stilted, too much like a script, actually a bad script.
And I have to say, I'm even seeing non-political people say that
those ain't Democrat facts. These are MAGA people saying they don't believe the facts. Stop looking at the Democrats. Democrats can be right at some point. These are MAGA people saying this.
Same shit on social media. I'm seeing non-political people go, really? Really? So look at this. This person ran the alleged text messages through Grok and ChatGPT and asked the AI, hey, what's the likelihood this is real? And they both find the text messages between Tyler and his partner most likely fabricated. Now, look, I'm not out here speaking in absolutes. I'm not saying for sure that is the case or isn't the case. I'm just saying this is what they released, and it's making a lot of people go, huh, that's weird. So, look, the other part that you guys know I'm struggling to get over, and I'm curious if you guys are feeling the same thing.
Let's see.
But I am struggling to wrap my mind around two decoys, two diversions. I really am. The fact that there was an old guy screaming, I did it, shoot me. And so he gave the person time to get away. The fact that happened, the fact that there was a guy with a pellet gun that looked like a real gun, and he also took up time of the officials, law enforcement officials, that's sketchy to me. It's sketchy to me. The story doesn't add up with him changing twice and also disassembling and reassembling the weapon multiple times. That also doesn't add up.
You getting this, Ty?
According to the official story, he shot the rifle, disassembled it, put it in his backpack, jumped off the roof, ran into the woods, then reassembled it and left it assembled. That just doesn't make sense to me.
Right. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. You there, Jerry? Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All
okay.
right. My thing is, like, ever heard the term black sheep of the family?
Mm-hmm.
His family could be Republican all day. He was the black sheep. Right?
Yeah.
Black sheep had a transgender mate, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
It's sort of people saying that. Nobody said that. Nobody's actually seen them together.
No, that's confirmed.
Except one, I guess. So.
No, that's confirmed. Like, and his mate was in the furries.
Yeah, maybe that was his boy. Okay, that could be. I don't know.
So you got the black sheep of the family. The family has nothing to do with what the fuck happened. There might have been mega Republican. Don't just pin that. Like, that's not going to work.
Yeah,
you know
but we were told that there was also put out there that he was a groper, one of those far alt-right people. So
no, he was not a groper. You would have a transgender mate and be a groper. That shit don't add up.
Who you love, it don't matter whether you're a groper.
No, hey, HQ, hold on. I read a statistic yesterday that says Republicans watch the most trans porn. I read a statistic yesterday.
Right. He went ahead and did what he did because he was a black sheep, right? And now there's a whole controversy over it, and that's not how that works.
I don't know. No, we don't know. We don't know what he is. We don't know what he is. His grandmother.
I do. He was going with his little boyfriend.
The grandma said he was a MAGA for a minute.
What about the Discord messages where he was like, "I'm doing this for you"?
When did they say that?
That's BS.
That's all BS. That's in the messages.
They didn't release no messages that say I'm doing this for you.
Yeah, they did.
I ain't heard.
It's all propaganda, HQ. It was propaganda.
I ain't heard none of that. Maybe they did. I haven't heard it.
But are we reaching hard as a channel? Are we really reaching hard to like go off grammar?
Oh, I'm not
like the
reaching hard
fact
at
that the
all.
parents were,
Hold on. I'm not reaching at
Nah.
all. I'm just presenting what people on the right have said. These are people on the right saying that these messages are fake. I haven't said one way or the other. I said they don't sound right to me. I haven't expressly said it ain't him. I said it don't sound like no kid wrote those messages. I just played you
in college. They teach you grammar in college. Like you can't write your
don't
SAT
matter.
without using proper grammar.
And I'm getting that.
That
But
doesn't matter.
I'm telling you, MAGA, the MAGA side is saying they don't believe the messages. That's all I'm saying. I'm just putting that out there that they say they don't believe the messages. He just said, this guy right here just said, he said, on top of the fact that he took the gun apart, put the gun back together and left it back together and then left it in the woods wrapped in a towel.
In the bushes wrapped in a towel.
Yeah, he explaining all of that.
He not using no critical thinking HQ.
His panic wasn't through text. His panic was through actions. Why he got caught.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I just don't believe. Those text messages they don't ring true to me. They don't ring true to me. They just don't. They just don't ring true to me. No, I've never met a person text anywhere on this internet that would have texted a whole book,
because most of us ain't from college. I have an 8th grade education. Like, yeah, I'm gonna misspell all kinds of shit.
I went to college, but I don't text all.
I went to college too. Which one? This
motherfucker was that type of nerd did. That type of nerd sat on a computer and let the left side. And you know what? I'm so sick of talking about right, left, white, black. I'm so sick of that shit.
We're not talking about white, black. We talking about college. You said only college.
Yeah, all right. If we're gonna go that route, yeah.
You said college. You said he was in college.
Most of the colleges are run by left liberals, and yeah, they teach you grammar. Like that's a part of the fucking thing. And grammar is not. That's not gonna like. And grammar has nothing to do with it.
But I'm saying to you, I went to college too, but I would not text like that either. I would not go into a full-blown 4 or 5 paragraphs trying to explain stuff to someone. I'm going to see this person. I'm going to see this person within an hour. Why would I be texting them all of the information?
Ask him why would he tell his
Only
dad,
way they know how
the
to
partner about the dad?
Huh?
Ask him about the part where he said my dad's a MAGA. Why would that be in the
okay, yeah. They also said he told his transgender friend that my dad is a MAGA. Why wouldn't that transgender friend already know that if they lived together?
I'm sure they did. That's not even an argument. I'm sure they did.
No. I'm saying
so why would he say it again?
So why would he need to tell him my dad is a MAGA if he lived with the transgender? This transgender person would have known that already.
Because of Thanksgiving. If you want to bring someone around Thanksgiving, you got to tell your dad, hey, I'm bringing over a dude in a dress.
No.
No, this was the day he murdered.
No, in these text messages saying that he was the one who shot the person, he says, my dad is a MAGA. He's telling him in the middle of these text messages. Why would he need to tell him in the middle of the text message?
To show that he's doing what he said he was going to do. What do you mean?
See,
no, you didn't listen to
what am I missing, Queen?
HQ, Jerry got 4 brain cells left. You gonna make him lose one.
No. If he did if Ty and the transgender person lived together.
In an apartment by themselves away from the family. Yes, go ahead.
He would already have known that his dad was a MAGA.
Not necessarily. Like I didn't tell my girl I had false teeth with a relationship.
No. He can't. No. That Ty could not have been radicalized without without the transgender person knowing what his political affiliations were. He had.
And I'm sure. Yo, Montel Williams did the best thing on CNN. He was like, "What if it wasn't political? What if it was emotional? What if his dad didn't show him support because he hates who he is?"
Those could have been. Hold on, everybody, hold on. Terry says those were earlier messages before the murder. No, they weren't before the murder.
They
They
too
were
emotional
after the
involved.
murder.
Those were
They too emotionally involved to think critical.
My thing is like, okay, I can be the black sheep of the family. My family's Republican. I go Democrat, right? And then like my family, like, and I meet somebody who's just like me. I'm like, hey, my family's like this. We're the black sheep. I was the black sheep of my family. They fought wars, Republican, and fucking. They were racial, and I wasn't like that. I had all kinds of friends.
Yeah,
so
but the whole point was, yes, this dude was smart. He was smart, but he only, according to Julianne in the chat, he only went to college for 1 semester. So him going to college and him learning grammar this way and that way, that doesn't hold up. We're not saying that he was Republican. We're not saying that. We're not saying he was a Republican or a Democrat.
Don't care if he was.
But what we're saying is he texted all of these things in the middle.
And use proper grammar, and that's what y'all going on?
No, not only on the grammar. You didn't listen to the report. Did you listen to Kyle give this?
Yes, report? I did. Yes.
No, because he said other things. He said, why would he do X, Y, and Z? Why the whole list of that, the one MAGA, I forgot his name. He's an influencer, the MAGA guy. He was the first guy. The first guy, he said, why would these, but he said 25 things that don't make sense for him to say to do these 25 things. It don't make sense. And he ain't no
I have a question. Was the shooter MAGA?
The shooter MAGA? I don't know what he was.
The shooter was raised conservative.
Look, this was shit starts to fall. You cannot have a transgender boyfriend and be MAGA at the same time. You can't do that.
See, you're basing it on the fact that he had a transgender boyfriend.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
yeah,
so you have a right to.
What if he didn't?
You have a right. Wait a minute. You have a right to say that it's based on that. I also have a right to say that he was born in a MAGA family. I also have a right to say, hold on. I also have a right to say that he was radicalized to do harm, and then he could have been on the alt-right side of the internet. He could have been a groper.
So the alt-right side would shoot Charlie Kirk, have a transgender boyfriend, and sit up for pro-right.
Because Nick Fuentes has a beef with Charlie Kirk. He believes that Charlie Kirk didn't go far enough.
But he was already proven he wasn't a goifer. He was already proven that.
Yeah, who was what? Say that again?
He was not a goifer. Whatever you fucking call him.
We don't know that.
Yeah, bro,
we don't know
that.
I don't know what he was. I'm not going to say he was right. I'm not going to say he was right. I'm not going to say he was left. I'm going to say we don't know what he was.
If you say he's a goifer, he's far, far, far right. They hate Jews.
Do it matter what side he was on?
White supremacy, like,
you mean to tell me you've never met anybody that hated Jews and had Jewish friends? Really?
And was transgender? No.
We don't know what that boy
we know white people that hate black people with black friends.
Trans. He likes that.
Well, we know he was we know he had a trans roommate, but we don't know anything else about that boy's life.
They were in a relationship.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for you.
Ask him, do it matter if he's
Charlie Kirk?
Do it even matter what his political agenda is?
Does it matter? Does it matter whether he's right or left? Does it matter? Jerry?
Actually, no. We're taking a step backwards. Actually, no. Because our last conversation last night was absolutely correct. Like, the right and left thing, problem. And we're doing it again. Because you know what? We're fed to. We're brainwashed. Me and you both brainwashed.
I don't know. I'm saying I don't know what side he is on.
Ask him this. If he was a conservative, how would that make you feel?
Wait a minute.
If he was a conservative, how would it make you feel?
If he was a conservative, how would that make how would Jerry feel?
Yep. If he was on the right, if he was on the right and he
was a conservative a conservative that hated Charlie Kirk and dated a trans boyfriend, he's a fake conservative. The fuck?
No.
That's how I feel. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, he wasn't a conservative. You cannot convince me because his family was. Y'all going off the family because his mom and dad are conservative. You can't have a black sheep in the family. Explain that.
See the emotions, HQ. They can't.
I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
So let me get in here now.
Drop down, Jerry. I gotta finish the video. Let me finish the video. I
All
got
right, I will.
the guy who got the first guy who got arrested. They finna do an interview with him. The first guy.
All right,
Okay.
You say what, Ty?
Okay, so this the thing. You see how once you ask them what they cannot accept that if he was a right and conservative, that would not compute to nobody on that side that support Charlie Kirk. You see how emotional he got when you asked him that second question? It's like, yeah, it makes sense if he's a liberal, if he's the narrative, if he's a radical liberal, but he cannot be a white conservative Christian white man that killed Charlie Kirk because it goes against everything they believe that they know about America. And it's the emotional attachment and engagement. This is what we're dealing with. They too emotionally attached to him. He has to be liberal, HQ, because they can't accept it if he wasn't. Even though he grew up with Trump supporting parents in a religious household.
I mean, what would have? It's not a matter just because you. My thing is just because you involved with a trans person doesn't mean you're not conflicted by being a MAGA person. You may be conflicted and still be a MAGA person. But I'm not saying he is.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Let's take that all the details we know about why he did it off the table. Does it change anything?
Whether he's a liberal or whether he's a MAGA or no?
Exactly. Does it change anything? Does it change how many years he should have? Does it change how the legacy of Charlie Kirk? Do it change anything at all if he was a Christian, conservative, Trump supporting white man who just felt like murdering somebody famous that day? Do that change anything? I'm asking you.
No, it don't change anything.
But nobody in the chat is going to be able to accept that. They have to blame it on somebody. And this is the programming. It has to always be, and everybody who want to say y'all brainwashed or this or that, look at yourself in the mirror. This is the programming. No matter if that boy left or the right, it don't change the thing that happened. You just feel better if he was a liberal because it makes sense to you and it'll feed your narrative. But guess what? That's hate programming. There always has to be an enemy. There always has to be somebody on the other side that's trying to hurt me. This is the lineage of a hateful mindset. Now I'll leave it at that.
Wait a minute, let's finish this. Let me finish this. Vic. Let me go back. What did he say? Go back. Hold on. This is okay.
GPT and ask the AI, hey, what's the likelihood this find around 2 decoys, 2 diversions? I really am struggling to get over, and I'm curious if you guys are feeling the same thing.
Listen.
I am struggling to wrap my mind around 2 decoys, 2 diversions. I really am. The fact that there was an old guy screaming, I did it, shoot me. And so he gave the person time to get away. The fact that happened, the fact that there was a guy with a pellet gun that looked like a real gun, and he also took up time of the officials, law enforcement officials, that's sketchy to me. It's sketchy to me. The story doesn't add up with him changing twice and also disassembling and reassembling the weapon multiple times. That also doesn't add up. According to the official story, he shot the rifle, disassembled it, put it in his back.
Him taking the gun loose, putting it back together, taking it loose, putting it back together, that don't make no sense. Why would he do that? Certain things he did that didn't make sense. Y'all listening to him? Listen to him.
Disassembling and reassembling the weapon multiple times, that also doesn't add up. According to the official story, he shot the rifle, disassembled it, put it in his backpack, jumped off the roof, ran into the woods, then reassembled it and left it assembled. That just doesn't make sense to me. So, this is what they dropped. This is what they say is the big update. But now I got some other updates for you from a different angle. So Ken Klippenstein says the following: exclusive leaked messages from Charlie Kirk assassin. So he was able to talk to people who were part of the Discord group that Tyler Robinson was a part of. And so here's what he says, quote, "Hey guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. Thus Tyler Robinson messaged his friends on Discord, seemingly apologizing for murdering Charlie Kirk. I'm sorry for all of this. I obtained this in other Discord chats I've decided to publish. The legacy news media, as usual, refuses, along with new information I've learned about Robinson from the people who knew him best. Oh, I should also point out, by the way, that the text messages that were released by the FBI, you have a lot of legal experts who are looking at them going, even if this shit is real, you're fucking your own case by releasing it now. That's what a lot of experts are saying. All right, so this is a screenshot. This is from Ken Klippenstein's reporting. Charlie Kirk got shot, dead. I just saw the video. Holy shit. Rest in peace, I guess. Bro didn't deserve to go out like that. So that's the other people on the Discord board saying those things to each other, right? Zealous Monkey chimes in. This is supposed to be Tyler. Hey, guys, I have bad news for you all. It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm sorry for all of this. I'm surrendering through a sheriff friend in a few moments. Thanks for all the good times and laughs. You've all been so amazing. Thank you Thank you all for everything. Trump and company portray the alleged Utah shooter as left wing, and liberals portray him as right wing. The federal conclusion will inevitably be that he was a so-called nihilist violent extremist, or NVE. Meanwhile, the crackdown.
In other words, an alt-right person. In other words, an alt-right person.
Yeah.
Not right or left, but an alt-right.
But
has already begun, as I reported.
You say what?
I was gonna say though, but that narrative goes so that don't sit right to Charlie Kirk supporters, because it has to be the people that he was warning them about. No,
the people, it wasn't the people he was trying to warn people about. It was coming from the inside his house. It wasn't
inside
his house.
It wasn't even the people that he was saying are the most violent. It was literally like, it almost was like his message manifested exactly what he was talking about.
Troy, you can't prove none of that. Just because I keep telling y'all, just because he had a trainee roommate don't mean he was lefty.
Look how much they need him to be a liberal. It doesn't matter, because the focus should be, damn, this white boy killed Charlie Kirk. But they have to have some type of enemy base and reasoning behind stuff. And like I said, a white guy shot up a school that same day. Sometimes white people wake up and just want to hurt people. So he could have been conservative. This could have had nothing to do with right or left. He just wanted to kill somebody famous.
It don't matter. I don't care whether it's right or left. The disassembling of the gun makes sense. That would make sense to disassemble the gun. But reassembling the gun, that don't make sense. That don't make no sense. He left it before he did in the because when he jumped down from the building, the gun was not assembled. I mean, it was disassembled. When they found it in the woods, it was all assembled. Why would you reassemble the gun? That don't make sense. Okay.
And why would that old man scream he did it? An old white man.
So we finna find out right now. Hold on. We finna find out. We finna see what was going on with that. Hold on. Because I don't understand what was going on with that. We don't understand.
What's that? We don't know if it's him or not.
The man who claimed responsibility for the murder of Charlie Kirk is now in even bigger legal trouble. I go through the new charges filed against George Zinn involving child pornography and why he says he told the cops he shot Charlie Kirk.
This is some bullshit. This becomes even more confusing.
Let me say this one point, because Jerry was saying something about brokers wouldn't deal with a transvestite. So let me just say this real loud and clear for everybody in the back. Do you think that there is no gay people or tranny lovers on the right? Do you know how many right-wing conservatives have been caught with trannies and gay people? That's absurd. And it was a study done. It's a study I just read a couple of days ago that said Republican people watch the most transvestite porn. Because, they can tell all of what we look at on our phones, with these
Y'all
states
know
are
that
trying to.
you know that the Republican DNC, they broke the internet on the night of the RNC Grinder because Grinder was overwhelmed with people from wherever they had the CNC. It was
Yeah, don't they see the thing be that they be gay and in the closet and shaming people, but they be on the right super flaming. That's why them motherfuckers be on the right super into some freaky ass shit. They just cover themselves in that I'm a Christian, I'm
hold on,
innocent.
hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. I'm in the mid. Hello. You said what?
The Joy Zinn thing. The dude that they first arrested.
That's who I was finna play.
Yeah, well, you were playing it. Like, I already know about it. Like, he said that he did the shooting, he'd do it again.
Mhm.
Cops asked him, "Give me your phone." He said, "No, I got child porn on it."
Mm-hmm. But why would he say that he the one who killed him then? Why would he say that?
To let him get away because he's on one side.
So the man just said, I did it, so they would give the boy time to get away?
Yep, that's exactly what happened. And then as soon as he gave his phone up, they're like, "Give me your phone." He's like, "Nah, I got child porn on it." And what's that go with?
Man, that's some right wing white shit having child porn.
We don't know. We don't know right, left.
No, that's fact. He's being charged with child pornography. Like, he's being charged with it.
Oh, well,
like,
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying we can't say whether it's right or left. Y'all can't say it's right or left.
I'm so sick of the right or left. Let's just give it up to the system is doing it. Like, the system's doing it.
I'm trying to protect you, especially coming.
Do you think that I don't think the Republicans are not responsible for child porn too?
You said what? I'm sorry?
Republicans are just as responsible.
Yeah, that's what
Trump was caught on 8 flight logs.
I know that they're both responsible. That's why I don't call it until there's solid facts.
It ain't the system.
Yeah,
it ain't
to my
the
Megan
system
supporters.
doing
Guess what?
it.
Your
It is
boy
people
caught on 8 flight logs. Like,
I mean, hold on.
it's good. It's good. Is it good against evil? It's good against evil. Like, we're fighting pedos. Like, we're fighting people who want to hurt our children, who want to make laws to hurt our children. That's what the fucking battle is.
Wait a minute. But you consider that? But who's the pedo? What?
All of them. What the fuck you mean? From Trump to Epstein to Clinton to fucking Kamala to Obama to all of them. They're all cover each other. They all eat at the same dinner. The United Nations party, they're all caught.
Delta B, are you serious right now?
And none of this conspiracy theory, the big uncle, the government is doing it. No, it's people.
Make wood chippers great again. Like, let's just fucking kill the pedos out of our fucking system. That's all we gotta do.
Yeah.
It's not pedos in the system, it's pedos that live around the corner from you.
Joyce Zinn guy?
Yeah, y'all let me
for child pornography.
Y'all let me play the video. Let me finish the video. All
right, bet.
Finish the video. Let me finish the video. All right. See, you get caught. You caught in the middle. Y'all know I don't do the middle thing. Y'all know I don't do one side or the other. Y'all know I don't do one side or the other. I do straight down the middle. I don't believe it's a Republican until you convince me it is, or I get proof, and I don't think it's a lefty. Just in case. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. No, you. That's the dumbest thing we heard from you. Name one Republican that's been busted for child porn. You think it's all on the left? Then that's the dumbest thing you could say.
Yeah, they brainwashed HQ. They brainwashed Republicans.
They think it's not all left. It's right too. You name one on the left.
They brainwashed with that Christian. That's that Christian.
Welcome to Crime
nationalist
Fix. I'm
shit.
Anjanette Levy. 71-year-old George Zinn, he's on video telling police officers a week ago that he was the person who shot and killed Charlie Kirk on the campus of Utah Valley University. It was just moments after the shooting. The scene was chaotic as students ran in fear after hearing a gunshot and seeing Charlie Kirk bleeding from the neck. Kirk's staff grabbed him and rushed him to an SUV in the hope of saving his life. but it was simply too much and too late. Newly released documents shed light on how the initial apprehension of the first suspect impeded the Kirk shooting investigation. A detective named Dutson was on duty working the event when he heard a single gunshot at about 12:20 p.m. As he makes his way through the crowd, an elderly man approaches him screaming, "I shot him! Now shoot me!"
That's the right to remain silent.
That man, we now know, was 71-year-old George Zinn, and he tells officers he's the shooter. But when asked about the location of the firearm, Zinn reportedly said, "I'm not going to tell you." Police escorted Zinn to a patrol car at the back of the venue.
Shoot me! Shoot me! Was that you? We don't know if it's him or not.
Now, here's another view of George Zinn being detained. It was recorded by a witness, and it's been circulating on social media.
The guy that just shot him.
This is the guy that shot him?
So he mentally off. So he's mentally off. Okay. But well, we could tell that he's mentally off. Because that's wild.
I mean, if he got child porn, he definitely ain't mentally on for sure.
That's crazy. You gotta look up stuff. You gotta look up stuff.
Yeah, he talking about that report that says Republicans watch the most transgender pornography. They've been doing this whole push with shutting down porn sites in different states, and they've been looking at people's phones and seeing what they look at. And they came out with a list of all type of demographics, what black people in the South look at, as far as black people in the North, or white dudes, or white girls. They was just looking at all the demographics, and that was just so happened to be one of them. Republican right-wing people view the most transgender porn in the country. I mean, sorry.
I mean, I don't know.
I wasn't surprised.
Why would the poor man do that? The poor man got him gave him the opportunity to get away. He's screaming X, Y, and Z, and they gave him the opportunity for Ty to get away. He didn't know Ty. Apparently, he didn't know Ty. That wasn't the case. But you got people like this. You don't know what their motives are. They get your ass in the car.
He was transported to the Utah Valley University Police Department for questioning. Now, before Detective Dutson could advise him of his rights, George Zinn asked for a lawyer, so they couldn't conduct an official interrogation. But the affidavit goes on to state, at that point, I advised George I did not think he was the one who did the shooting. But since he told me he wanted an attorney, I could not talk to him. At that point, he advised, I am already going to be in trouble for saying I shot him, even if I did not. I did not ask him any more questions at that point. George stated on his own.
Jerry, you don't want to, you got high profile people doing stuff over in the Republican Party. You really need to take a look at your party. If I'm not doing this correctly, one of your what is it called? House of Representative people got kicked out of the House of Representative because he likes young girls. Wasn't his name Matt Gaetz or something like that? Ain't that wasn't that his name? Matt Gaetz got kicked out of the Republican House of Representatives because he liked young girls. Stop it now. Stop it. Yes, and that's recent. On top of the fact that your president doesn't want to admit that he was messing with young people in the Epstein files. Where's the Epstein files? Where's the Epstein files?
They brainwashed by thinking that the right wing people, because they push Christianity so
That he
hard.
did not.
I had no evidence of Clinton or Biden, so I don't listen to that. I listen
Hey,
to what I hear in the news. That they ain't release the files. Release the files. Don't nobody want to say that because they know they precious Trump is in the files.
HQ,
Yeah.
you know, they can get away with anything on the right because they push that Christian, that I'm a Christian holy man sentiment. That's why you're seeing all of this Christian biblical stuff in your chat recently. So it's like having that coverall of I'm a Christian, I would never. It allows them to get away with a lot of shit on the right. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean the Bible is an excuse for people on the left and the right. That's why
They push a lot of that Bible thumping on the right hard because they do a whole lot of bullshit that they know. Everybody use the Bible, even people that's not political use the Bible as a way to get escape accountability.
It's just a hammer. That's all it is. It's a hammer. Hammer these people into a belief system. I don't need the Bible to tell me what's right and wrong. I know what's right.
Exactly, because you got a brain of your own. But think about all the people.
I don't have
America.
anything against them. I don't have anything against religious people. Not at all. Not.
But people in the chat are brainwashed to not believe that they side of the government can do any bad because they're all Christians. They're the ones that's the ones that's my bad.
No, I'm saying I believe the government is setting us up somehow. I don't know how, but I don't.
Oh
It's more to the story than this little boy.
Yeah,
this little boy saying X, Y. I just don't believe it.
There's some bullshit coming down the pipeline with the National Guard and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
All right. Number one, Clinton is on the flight plans 18 times. That's your damn, right? Second damn, Biden was sniffing young girls' hair in front of people on camera. They're all sick. That's two. Number three, talking about Christians. Let's talk about Christians right now. Your own timeline don't even match. What's AD and BC?
I'm sorry. What timeline? What timeline? What are we talking about?
Oh yeah,
all right,
he about to go down
you
rabbit
live off
hole,
of the clock.
right? Rabbit hole.
Where was it? AD and BC, right?
Hold on. You came up to tell me that Clinton was on the flight
18 times.
Okay. So was President Trump.
Nope, he was only on there for 8.
No,
both pedos. I'm not saying they're not.
Trump drew a naked birthday card to Epstein.
8 times compared to 18.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
We're not counting numbers on pedos. They both should be in the wood chipper.
He was his best friend for 10 years. He was.
Clinton was way longer.
Wait a minute. He's the one who took Ghislaine Maxwell and put her in a minimum security prison when she's supposed to be doing 20 years.
Because he don't want to get caught. He's a pedo.
He's the one who sent a lawyer to make sure that she repeated that he didn't have nothing.
Okay, and on Epstein's front wall is Clinton fucking in the dress.
But we don't care about Clinton. Clinton is 20, 30 years from now.
Why? That's your party.
Because it's 20, 30 years from now. We're talking
about your party, though, right?
But we're talking about today, though.
You're not going to paint one narrative and
look.
But we're talking about
how
today.
Emotional he keeps talking about being divided, but look how emotional he is.
If Clinton were the president today, I would care about Clinton today. But Clinton is not the president today. Trump is the president today, and Trump is in those Epstein files. I care about Trump.
So Clinton.
Trump is in the Epstein files today.
But what's relevant is right and left.
And your House of Representative Matt Gaetz was doing the same thing as
Matt Gaetz. I call on some college
he was doing the same thing as
college, but it wasn't relevant. No, going off your logic, it wasn't relevant when he got assigned in.
He was messing with young girls.
No, that's college years. That's not relevant when he got signed in, right? Going off your logic, right?
Well, you mean college years? 17-year-old and he's 30 something? What?
No, college is not 17. That's high school. College is 19 plus.
We have
that was like 20 years ago when he got framed. When he got put in.
Who got framed?
Matt Gaetz. What the fuck you mean? You're talking about the college years.
It's only been 2 years. What are you talking about?
No. Logic means logic, right? If you're not going off the Democrats and Clinton, because it's not.
Matt Gaetz was charged with. Matt Gaetz was
not when he was in Senate.
He's never been in. He's been in the
House. He was being voted into the Senate,
and it was 2 years ago. And that was 2 years ago.
No, he's like fucking 30 years old. Now that was like 20 years ago.
No, he was in the House 2 years.
That was his college years. I read the whole case. It was his college years. That's why he didn't get in.
It's a rabbit hole. He's not using no critical thinking.
He's just
trying to make it a competition. We're just trying to make it a competition.
That means something, right?
No.
Your side is worse.
Okay, Matt Gaetz was voted to the Senate and diddled some 17-year-old
Jerry,
2 years before he got in, right?
Jerry, hold on. Matt Gaetz was in the House of Representatives 2 years ago. They kicked him out. No, he's not
shit
right.
For some college shit.
He's not right. Matt Gaetz got kicked out 2 years ago. He was
for some college shit.
No,
he was in college when that happened.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
He was an adult. He was 30-odd years old.
No. Disinformation. No, I can't go with you, Queen. Not on that. No.
The person he went to jail, the person he went to prison was his best friend doing the same thing. They were both together.
Yeah, no shit. He brought it up when he got voted to the Senate. That was like years ago.
No, he hasn't been in the Senate.
That's why he got kicked out.
He hasn't been in the Senate that long.
He wasn't from 19 to the Senate either. You're wrong on that. That's disinformation.
Matt Gaetz wasn't kicked. Yes, he quit to try to become the AG, but they were going to fire him. Okay, Fred.
Yeah, because of his college stunts. Yes.
This wasn't a college thing.
Yes, it was.
He was so he was under investigation because he was 17 years old sleeping.
Yes, they brought it back 17 years ago, like you do anybody that posted the N-word to go back 20 years ago, and guess what? You're fired because you said it. Yes, same thing.
Okay. I don't.
I'm not wrong on that. You can look it up, Queen. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong on that at all.
When did Matt?
Don't even matter.
This is Matt Gaetz. We're talking about Matt Gaetz.
I know Matt Gaetz very well. Okay. I can see his face in my mind. I know why he got fired, and I agree with it. Like he did that shit back in the college years.
Girls. Okay. So.
Like, no, that's disinformation. Like, no, he got caught just in like college years, and he was going to make it to the GP, and they said no, absolutely not.
Years. In 2021, he was under federal investigation regarding
the shit he did in college. Yes,
Jerry, let me finish.
I will. I'm sorry.
It says 2021. Matt Gaetz was under federal investigation for a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old. No, he was not fired. He quit to be the AG, but he didn't.
They made him resign.
He didn't get, what is it called? He didn't get confirmed to be the AG. Okay?
That shit was 10 years prior. I promise you. Look it up. I promise you.
In 2017. You see it says 2017 on the screen? 2017. How old is Matt Gaetz?
Yeah. That's when he got. Okay. Wait a minute now.
How old is Matt?
Wait a minute now. If I did a crime 2 years ago and they say that I did it this year, guess what? No, they're indicting me from 2 years ago.
So Matt Gaetz is 43 years old. So 43 years old, he got indicted. Hold on. He got indicted in 2021. So he was 39 when he got indicted. It happened in 2017. So that's 4 years ago. So he was 39. So he was 35 years old when he was sleeping with 17-year-olds. 35.
That's why I hate fucking media, because it's not even correct.
No, I just looked it up. 3 different search engines. 3 different search engines. Okay.
This dude trying to make excuses for a pedo.
from what I heard, Matt Gaetz I caught in his college hazing years for doing that shit, and he never made it to whatever he was trying to be because Trump told him to go in there, the pedo too. And guess what? It never happened because of what he did in college. That's what I heard.
No, he became in the House of Representatives. He was doing this as an adult. And Matt had an accomplice. I remember that guy going to jail too. And he took the rap. Who was his accomplice? His accomplice was Joel Greenberg. He was arrested in 2021 for identity theft, sex trafficking of a minor. Okay.
I love this. Hang on, man. Give me 2 minutes. Let me do my own research. Let me call you right back.
Drop down so I can finish the video. Drop down so I can finish the video, okay?
All right, bet.
Let me finish. Okay. Y'all gotta read. Some of y'all gotta y'all gotta read. Not necessarily Jared, not necessarily Jerome, Jared, not necessarily Jeremy. Damn, why I keep thinking Jeremy? Not necessarily Jerome, not necessarily him. The rest of y'all need to really be checking this stuff out. Okay? Trump is hiding the file. It don't matter whether they're all rich. They are all rich. They do not want to expose all the people that are in the file because they all are friends.
HQ, let me thank you, HQ. They all are friends. You know that the Democrats and Republicans, the only reason that they pick what they doing as a politician is because of what makes sense of where they can win. They don't give a fuck about that shit for real. They all one entity. The only people that separate and fight and go tooth and nail about this shit is the people. Yes. And y'all the same people who keep, they want us to be divided. They want us to be divided, man. We should just be together, man. No. But as soon as you say something about the right, no, Clinton, release the tax report. Like, it just don't make sense. They brainwashed. They hypnotize.
Y'all have to think. Just because you're not on the left doesn't mean the left and the right are bad. Y'all need to start saying that in your mind every night. The right and the left are bad. But it's the middle that has to be the ones that be in control.
They won't do that because they so warped with propaganda because it's dangerous. Now, that's why Martin Luther King was deleted. They want to say, he was just speaking his mind. Our black leaders weren't deleted for speaking our mind. They were deleted because they were putting people together and making waves that can change the country. If we start thinking in the middle, that's going to shake up the government because now they got to earn their vote. Now they got to really make more sense. But when you can spread false propaganda to keep people on the right, keep people on the left, you keep people divided. That's why this man who killed Charlie Kirk cannot be a conservative white boy. He has to be a radicalized liberal because if he wasn't, it will fuck up that division.
Right.
And you see, you see how they're gonna believe that he was liberal over anything because they're too emotionally invested in the fact that they know it would shatter their brain if he was a MAGA supporter, killed him with a Trump hat on. They wouldn't be able to take that.
I don't know what he was. I couldn't begin to say what he was or what he wasn't.
He was a white crazy motherfucker. Crazy white Christian boy, like a lot of crazy white incel, just like the dude who shot up the school that very same day, just like the white dudes that shoot up the Walmarts, just like the white dudes that shoot up the grocery stores. It don't fucking matter if they left or they right. That ain't the problem. The problem is the addiction to fucking public executions and mass shootings. That's the real problem, but
Yeah, but if they keep us fighting on the left and the right, it's like y'all just keep that shit going. Nobody's keeping that shit. Do y'all notice that in here? You notice that in here I am a Democrat. Have you noticed me try to call anybody a maggot or call you names or call you any of those things. You have never noticed me to do any of those things because I am a middle of the road Democrat, because I can separate the truth. I can call out my people. Can you call out your people? The minute I say Trump is in the files, no. Clinton is in the files.
Clinton.
I'm talking about the president right now. The president now.
If they got to take away the liberal and the conservative, then they got to look at they.
Let me help you out, Goob. Be a Goob somewhere else. Get in the wind. Let me help you out, Goob.
Yeah, if they take away the. Oh, my bad.
No, not you. I'm at the phone. Hold on. Okay. All right, Jerry. All right. Okay.
Yeah, if they take away the left and the right, they got to look at themselves as a whole. And it's not now, they're not just able to blame, oh, the left are the ones that's doing it. Oh, it's the right that's doing it. If they just remove that little thin veil, it's like, yeah, you're just a problematic community, really. But, you know.
Yeah, Jeremy. I'm sorry. Keep going. Jerome. Yeah, we can hear you.
We can't hear him.
Oh, you can hear him? Oh, okay. Can you hear him now?
Yeah, my apology. I was dead wrong on that shit.
Yep.
Okay. I'm saying we have them both on both sides. We got. I really, truly believe that it's the rich. It's a fight against the rich and the poor. And the reason why we continue to fight amongst us poor folk is because that's the way they want it to be. Because if we really had some smart people that were in the middle, we could figure. Wait a minute. Do y'all remember? Just for example, do y'all remember the couple years ago when those 3 or 4 traders, those 3 or 4 inexperienced traders bought that GameStop stuff?
Oh, GameStop.
You remember what I'm talking about? The games that they bought the games.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay. They was just regular ordinary dudes figured out how to do some shit and they fucked up the game. Right?
Right.
They fucked up the stock game. They did something. I'm saying we need smart motherfuckers like that to fuck the game up. Where us regular ordinary people come out ahead. We need somebody to throw a wrench in the damn system. That's what we need. Those dudes, I don't know what they did with that GameStop stock, but they fucked up a whole what is it called? I forgot what it's called. The whole trading thing.
They basically inflated their stock to
I
the
was
maximum.
dead wrong about that shit. That makes me mad. I was dead wrong on that
information.
Shit.
They was feeding information to the public.
All right, I have a
to
question
make
for you.
people invest in
Let's bring up a whole other topic. Ready?
Hold on real quick. Jerry. Ty is saying something about the stock.
Yeah, they was feeding the public and investors a bunch of information that inflated GameStop, and then they just pulled out of it. It was kind of like how they do the meme coins, but they did it in a strategic and legal way. And I think they actually made a law about that shit after the fact. But
that's what I'm saying.
They had a group on Facebook and everything. Yeah, they was like, if we all start making the stock go up, it's gonna make people invest in it. And that's what they had groups and they went crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying we need a smart group like that to fuck the game up. Cause they came out of nowhere and people was like, what the hell? What? And it was just a group, it was a small group of them, but they turned the table over. This is what I'm saying. We need to turn the table over again. On these rich folks. We need to turn the table on these politicians. That's what we need. Hold on. Jerry, what did you get? Huh?
Take two.
Okay. We can hear you. Keep going.
All right. Yeah. I was wrong. I want to tell you, Queen, sorry. I was wrong. I got so heated over it, but I was wrong. I looked it up. I was so fucking wrong. That motherfucker pedo all the way. I was so wrong.
I'm just saying we this is the channel where we just gonna start fact checking. We just gonna start doing the fact checking together. We just gonna run it down together. What we need, you remember?
You know what your next good topic should be?
Hmm?
Your
What?
next good topic, which many callers are gonna call in.
Mm-hmm.
Why ain't this country Judeo-Western principle Christian?
I don't know why it wouldn't be. Why wouldn't it be, Ty? What do you think?
He said, "Why in the country? What?"
We go blame the Christians.
Why wouldn't it be Judeo-Christian?
And you don't think this country was started on it?
Judeo-Christian is the same type of people that's in Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Judeo-Christian is like what, a combination of Judaism and Christianity?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is?
I don't know what it is exactly. I've never you never studied the religion, so I couldn't tell
all
you.
it is Israel, all it is Israel, Jew.
Yeah,
all it is
kind of
Israel,
bait,
Jewish people.
I'm like, because I heard your last little bit, like.
It's okay. It's a set of shared religious moral values that come from Judaism, the Jewish faith,
and Christianity.
Okay.
Judeo-Christian principle, yes.
Tell Jerry, hold on.
Judeo-Christian principle.
All of that is BS propaganda from Israel to get support, because Jews don't believe in Jesus and they think Christians are stupid for believing in Jesus. That's why if you go to fucking Israel, the Jews spit in your face. But all these dumbass rednecks over here, I support Israel, thinking that they fuck with them. Jews don't fuck with y'all like that, especially Jews that's linked to Israel. They don't fuck with y'all like that. Allegedly. This is all my own
I'm a
opinion.
TY on this.
Fact-based. It ain't got nothing to do with HQ, but all of that is bull crap, because Jews and Christians have a completely different religion and ideology based on Jesus Christ. Jews don't believe that Jesus Christ was the Savior.
They would cancel me because I know every person and their mama would come out and say X, Y, and Z. And I
know cancel you over that.
We can't. That's HQ. Stay away from that topic.
Because people would come over here talking about the J name. They would be saying the J name out the wazoo because they don't like the J people.
Yeah. It's gonna be some slurs. You gonna have 1,000. Nick Fuente is gonna pull up over here. Don't even do it, HQ. But look though,
you have all
Jerry,
kinds of
why they always.
Yeah.
But HQ, white people always gotta blame shit on the little hats. That's what they do, because they always gotta escape accountability.
Why is this not a Christian country?
We can't afford for them to pull up. Because if they pull up, you already know they're gonna say the J word. You already know they're gonna say no. We can't afford for them to pull up. Then
HQ,
I can't control them. So no.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah, they always want to.
You think your channel will be canceled if you put up a topic like why is this not a Christian country?
No, that ain't what you do over here.
I mean, I can put the topic up, but once I can't stop people from coming in the chat, and then stop people from
if you think about it, it's more traffic, right?
Yeah, but
he not no content creator. He don't know what the fuck he talking about.
But you can't control what people say, and they can call just like you. And
it's
if they
gonna
start
flag your channel, if you got too much. You get too many slurs in your chat, your channel will get flagged. You get too many people getting on the line. Look, HQ,
but
that's
Obama
what
can get
white people do.
an address saying that this is no longer a Judeo-Christian country. You can do that, but you can't put your channel up.
Yes, that's exactly right, Jerry. No, she can't do what Obama does. What the fuck?
Wait a minute, what happened? I didn't hear you.
Obama, on the State of the Union, said that this is no longer a Judeo-Christian country. He said that. You can't put your channel up going, why is it not a Christian nation?
Tell him to do it. Tell Jerry to start a channel and he do it.
The Christian nation? No, I would never. No. We can't.
Tell Jerry if you want that conversation, he
why not?
It's not a matter. It's not really a matter. It's not a matter. It's a topic that too many people get upset about the topic.
It's not a YouTube friendly topic.
And YouTube is not friendly.
That's not a YouTube friendly topic. You not doing this shit to make Jerry happy.
Wait a minute. You know what? Don't you see that they're canceling people all over the country because they're saying X, Y, and Z? They said they canceling people all over the country.
They can't do that to you over religion. They're not allowed. Charlie Kirk shit, I get. Like 1,500 people got fired. I get that. That's over. That's your someone's death.
Yes, they will. They will come. They will definitely come. That's one of the things we learned when remember the other day I told the two guys that were in the comment section. They said they said the J word, but I said no. We got to say little hat, and he kept forgetting.
That's more racist than just calling them Jewish. The fuck?
No, the little
All right, get them out of here.
Yeah, you might as well Jewish
that.
people. That's the culture. The Jewish people.
That ain't
call them Jews. That's what they are.
But you don't have those conversations on YouTube. That is how Myron Gaines got kicked off.
Little hat is like
that is Little hat
fucking
don't
super
trigger the
racist. Like just call them Jews. Like that's what they are. They're from the Jewish culture.
Let me finish the video. I gotta finish the video.
Saying little hat does not trigger the algorithm to get you demonetized.
Let me finish the video.
You gotta get. I'm gonna warn Jerry in chat about that shit.
Let me finish the video. Y'all go in the chat and argue about that one. Let me finish the video. Oh, heck, no, you would have everybody and their mama over here, and we would be
Hell no. White people always want to talk about them because they taking blame off of them.
We can't do that. We can't fool with them. He said when it comes out that he was a liberal, are you going to take back your words or are you going to double down on the conspiracy theory? If they say he's a liberal, then of course Brian, I don't have any skin in the game. I don't care about them folks. Them folks are not. I care about poor. I told y'all I care about the poor, elderly, disabled. I care about them. I don't care about Charlie Kirk. I don't care about the Jew. I don't care about the little hat. I don't care about none of that. I care about people who can't help themselves. That's it. That's it. I can't be involved with X, Y, and Z. I can't care about everything that come down the pike. Charlie Kirk lived by the sword. He died by the sword. It is what it is. He to some he was a good guy. To some he wasn't. Have at it. However people need to do it. Have at it. Right? I never knew him, so I just reported on the person. The person deserved to live because they were a human. That's as far as I can go. I don't, and me opening up the channel to do Christian Judea, all that. Oh no, I'm not gonna have some zealots over here, and then we just go off. So my whole thing is no, we can't do that. Subreddit to GameStop, we did it. Yeah, the GameStop people did the damn thing. They did the damn thing. And I'm saying they can do it again. We can overthrow the half of these people again. Okay. But I ain't finna start no Christian war with y'all.
Not shoot the individual. He stated he did it to draw attention from the real shooter. Now, Zinn's arrest, it went viral on social media, and there were mixed reactions about whether or not he was actually the shooter.
Stage, and I turned and looked, and they were arresting a guy by the name of George Zinn. Yeah, I know the guy. I don't think he did it. I think they arrested the wrong guy. I think whoever did it was a good shooter, a sharp shooter. It was one shot right directly to the heart, and we need to find out who did this. I think there should be a research completely done. They could play hours, maybe a day, before anything went on. Who could be there and pull that trigger and do it? And I don't think it was George Zinn. He was poor, broke. He maybe was on medication, a little bit of loony bin, maybe a perfect person to pick and say they did it, but I don't think he did it at all.
So at this point, but did you see him taken into custody? Did you see him with any kind of thing in his hand, any device in his hand or anything like that?
Yeah, I saw when they actually put the handcuffs behind his back.
I cover a lot of really scary crime stories here on Crime Fit, an account authorizing and tackle the closed medical condition. At the initial press conference, Utah Department of Public Safety Commissioner Bo Mason announced Zinn's arrest and subsequent release.
During the investigative process,
I got the video coming, Jerry.
And after releasing them and after clearing them of being suspects, they face scrutiny, they face threats. We ask the public to be patient with the investigative process. These individuals were not suspects, they were people of interest. We ask that you do not impose into those people and that investigative process. They don't deserve that harassment for being subject to that.
But newly released documents now reveal that Zinn was at the hospital, and he admits to the FBI, quote, he was glad, he said, he shot the individual so the real suspect could get away. The affidavit provides more information on the comments that Zinn made during the transport. During this time, George made statements to the officer that he was glad, he said, he shot the individual so the real suspect could get away. He also stated to officers that he wanted to be a martyr for the person who was shot.
Well, the person is a martyr. The person has become a martyr. Okay. These people, he has become a martyr. They made him a martyr. They're trying to make him a martyr. Okay. Now, go ahead. Go ahead.
They trying to make him a white revolutionary because they never really had a Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X. He's their guy for that. Anybody could have did this. This could have been a Trump thing, a left thing, Israel, just a crazy kid woke up one day. Anybody could have did this because there is a political motive. And all everybody who's been assassinated has some type of conspiracy behind it. You know what I'm saying? And that was their last guy, was John F. Kennedy type of time. So John F. Kennedy, conspiracy around his assassination. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Bob Marley, you know, Castro, everybody got a conspiracy around their deletion. But it doesn't matter. It don't matter if he was left, right. It don't matter. What matters is why and what's coming next. You feel me?
Right.
And yes, he is a martyr. This guy is their Jesus, as you can see from your chat. This is their guy. They keep comparing him to, like, he is their white people fight. You heard them chatting that white man fight back. White man fight back. Like this is their George Floyd. This is their Trayvon Martin. Like, this is their reason to get the fuck into some wild, crazy shit. And they got their whole backing in the government. And that's where I get nervous at a little bit, is because this rhetoric, this martyrism, and this white man fight back rhetoric, backed by a crazy lunatic in the White House who's sending the National Guard into communities to literally fuck with black people. That's why I'm like, what the fuck is about to happen, you know?
I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is this is the two boys that got hung. It's just like a powder keg. If you go over on the, what is that, TikTok thing, you go over there, it's some wild stuff that's over there. They going to the extreme. They said, Mr. President, give us the okay, and we will go into the neighborhoods and clean up the neighborhoods. What does that mean? That means they want to unleash and do some shit. What does that mean?
And what do we do to them?
I don't know what they
think. Because
they
think DEI was taking their job. They took their job because of affirmative action. They took their job because they can't call little autistic black boys the hard ER. They want to go in our neighborhoods because of what?
I think we explained it the other night. I think we explained it to them the other night. It's not a matter of hating white folks or black folks. It's not a matter of that. It's a matter of you all watching systematic racism take place every day, and not doing anything about it. Yet we're good people.
But the Christian Kurtz would argue that systematic racism only affects white people and Asians. That's his talking point. That it is racism, but it's to white people and Asians. And that for some reason, even though in the 80s, black people was getting stopped and frisked and beat to shit. But for some reason, the white man has been put on this back burner. And for some reason, the white man has been the most oppressed man in America. And now they get fueled this hatred for us for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
And
I
we,
don't understand it. I don't understand it.
and we got
We're in the crosshairs, and we have no reason to be in the crosshairs. We shouldn't even be in this conversation because we didn't
we
do it.
ain't did shit to nobody, but try to mind our business after years and years and years of us trying to 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 have leadership and to have our own communities being destroyed and our leaders assassinated. We just said, fuck y'all. We're gonna sell our crack and do what we do and make rap. And we still getting, it is that's why I don't fuck with Charlie Kirk. That's why I don't agree with nothing that he said about black people, because it was all propaganda to fuel hate against black people. That's why instead of going and hanging transvestites instead of going to Utah and having a problem with the white people that killed Kirk, it's a
Right.
black person problem now. And we
Mm.
just got to stay diligent because you got this crazy fucking asshole talking about he gonna send the National Guard to Detroit. All we got to do is say the word. Man, look,
I mean,
that hit home for
do you
me.
think we have something to worry about? Do you think we should buy any guns? Do you think that?
I mean, we always shot. I mean, living in the HQ, you can't look. I'm gonna tell you this. I grew up in the fucking hood of Detroit. I feel safe in Detroit. I don't feel safe in a rural area, white Walmarts. I'm a truck driver. I be all in the South. I be in all these rural areas. I don't fucking stop in West Virginia for shit. And it ain't even be, I count Confederate flags the whole time. That's like a game I play. Let me see how many Confederate flags I can count in an hour. I don't trust, I got my own type of shit. I ain't worried about no fucking redneck hillbilly sister fucking motherfucker coming and bothering me. But if I'm going in Walmart to get me a pack of noodles, I'd be scared. Like, oh man, somebody might come in here and get to just shooting just because. You feel me?
Just because that's because you are racist. Jenkins said just because to come help with crime. Black people, I don't think it's black people coming to beg Trump to help with crime. I don't think that's
No, because crime barely affects people outside of other criminals, unless it's carjackings. You know what I'm saying? Dog was talking about how he got robbed and beat. He probably was getting some meth. You know what I'm saying? That's the part he left out. He's probably trying to steal some meth from somebody, and they fucked him up for it. Like, we not animals. There's not no war zone out here like that.
I mean,
And
I
I'm
get
from
that
the
we need.
streets.
Well, I get that we need better policing. We need better this, that, and the third. But the one thing you cannot do
We
is send
need
the National Guard.
resources.
Right. Yes, but you can't send the National Guard in. The National Guard is not supposed to be used to use against the people in the state.
That's
They're not supposed to be
that's
used against the people.
that's martial law to the fullest. That's beyond martial law.
And
HQ.
we're just sitting back and allowing it just because you have a what is it called? You have a gang problem or a criminal problem. We need to do something about our police to make them crack down on that stuff. But you don't call the president and tell him to bring the National Guard in to control the people. Then do you know what it's like to have National Guards in your house, your street every day? We won't be able. Get your ass in the house. You better not be outside after 9:00. Stuff like that
And
is happening.
HQ, they want to send the National Guard to our communities, but white people commit more deletions, more domestic violence, more PDF file than anybody in the country. They I was watching, I've been on a binge of watching like Sundown Towns in 2025, and I was watching a video about the Ozarks where they got that little all white town and shit at. But in the Ozarks, they just casually talk about how you'll go missing. They'll throw you in the river. They'll murder you. They'll do this. Y'all don't know that these biker gangs is running crystal meth. You know what I'm saying? Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad. It's casually talked about what they do, and they have a. Why
Wait a
do you
minute.
think it's such an opioid overdose? These
Listen,
motherfuckers do drugs and sell drugs. It ain't just us doing that.
wait a minute. Listen. You got Molly Artworks, a victim code. Don't take up for the new. Yeah, and then you got okay. Then you got Jinked. What is it? 6530. Racism will be over if the black community stop talking about it. Racism would be over if when you white
Okay,
people see, if one of you white people see systematic racism, when you see it, then you need to stop it. That's when racism will be over.
HQ. That's
Never be
that's
over.
so ignorant that we doing
We're
this to ourselves. We the racists. We just imagining racism and Ku Klux Klan. There's literally still the Ku Klux Klan. There's literally people who fly the Confederate flag, HQ, that is a sign of treason because they could not keep slaves. But racism would be over if we stop talking about it. You know what else, HQ? You know what else would be over with if we stop talking about it?
Mm.
Child sexual abuse. If we stop talking about children being sexually abused, it'll stop happening, HQ. That's all we gotta do. That's all we gotta do is stop talking about children being touched, and it'll stop happening. Children being touched. Children are only being touched because we keep talking about it.
That's wild to me. But I
People,
wouldn't even begin to know. I wouldn't even begin to know. All I know is it is tearing this country apart. And the rhetoric is not doing any good. The left, the right, the craziness. Give me your final thought, Ty Pro. Give me your final thought.
for
Cause
sure. I know you get. I can hear the sleepy in your voice. My final
mhm.
thought is racism will not be over when black people stop talking about it. Racism would be over when racist white motherfuckers stop being racist. It's a new age racism. That's why you hear the words political, and that's why these Christian nationalists and all this bullshit. That's all just some neo-Nazi racism in a new form. And you motherfuckers got your heads up your ass so tough that you don't see it. And you're the problem. Y'all the problem. You want to make everybody, it's the little hats, it's the blacks, it's the Mexicans, it's everybody but y'all. That's it. HQ, I love you. Thank you for having these conversations. You know, this is
Thank
my
you.
type of shit. I fuck with you, and I'll see you next time you go live, baby.
Yeah, it'll probably be Friday. It won't be tomorrow. It'll probably be Friday.
Get your mental health on. Take a
Yeah.
break from these crazies.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. You all, thank you for coming in. Drag yourself in. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We always have hot topics at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock every other night or every night. It just depends on how I feel. But it's always at 10 o'clock. Only on a special occasion will I have it at a different time. But normally it's around 10 o'clock. Okay. We had a little misfunction in the beginning. I don't know what the hell be happening to my shit. But meet me back here tomorrow. I don't know what the topic is. 14th Amendment? What is the 14th Amendment? Oh, yeah. 14th Amendment. Yeah, anchor baby thing. Meet me back here. The anchor baby thing. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Excuse me. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. Hit the share button. Hit the like button. Do all those wonderful things. There's plenty of content, thousands of videos on this channel, all different subjects. I appreciate it and thank you. To every night we have a different subject. We have a call-in show. You can call in and make your thoughts known. Hey, we're not trying to X, Y, and Z. We're just trying to go through these topics and see whether we can solve some things. That's all we're doing. That is it. That's all. Jerry, you never called back. You probably called back, but I was in the middle of a video. I don't know. I will talk to you at another time. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, some respond, you're a weird one. It's government's fault. No, I don't believe everything is I believe that we as poor people, everybody that make under 150K are poor. And I believe it's designed to be that way. It is record number of people Googling, how can I pay my mortgage? Today I looked it up. It is a record number of people Googling, how can I pay my mortgage? A record number of people looking at, how can I sell my car? We are in trouble. The poor people are in trouble. And we worried about left and right, center. No, that's not important. We need to get out of the trouble that we're in as poor folks. Okay? A record number of people have been trying to figure out how they can pay their mortgage. We in trouble. And we're about to be in a recession. But it is what it is. Because this is the president that a lot of y'all voted for. So now we got to live with the consequences of it. And I thank you all for showing up. We'll be back here tomorrow or either Friday with a good topic, with another topic. And I thank y'all. And I thank y'all. And I thank you.